Hello Cancer, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for October. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time throughout the month of October. This reading may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. Apparently, Kitty wanted to come and say hi to you, Cancer, so say hi to Kitty, and I'm going to send her on her way. And I hope she doesn't come back up. I'm doing things a little bit different this month, Cancer. Keep in mind, this is for any major Cancer placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this reading does not resonate, then check your other signs and placements. And Kitty's like, the cat came back. I think get ready for a stray cat to be coming back. The cat came back the very next day. I'm not sure what that means, but the cat keeps coming back. So we're going to get you one main message from the Halloween Oracle deck. And then we're going to jump in with the tarot. So let's see what message needs to come through for you, Cancer. Oh my God. I think you've got some energy below the surface about to boil over. Hi, Kitty. Get ready to explore the inner wildness. Somebody's about ready to rage, I feel. Somebody's about ready to explode because something's getting illuminated. And what I want to say, Cancer, is hidden secrets can harm you. There's the secret here. Somebody's secretly, I feel, been hiding their desires. Oh my gosh, Kitty. And they're about to explode. So usually a werewolf changes under the light of the full moon. So maybe by the full moon in Aries that you're about to explode. I'm not sure. But let's see what needs to come through for you, Cancer. Keep in mind, energies can be swapped around. I could be speaking to you or to a cross watcher. So swap around the energies, but do not cram yourself into a message that's not meant for you. How you making out, Kitty? She's giving me the evil eyes. You might want to protect your energy. One message for Cancer, please. Oh, now she's rubbing up on the stand. I don't know. She usually doesn't bug me. But let's see. One main message for Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Cancer need to be aware of? There's something hidden. I feel like it's like something needs to come out. You've been repressing it. It doesn't, like you don't want it to come out. You've been trying to control, I think, this burning beast inside. And you've been in the underworld of exploring your shadow self. So where all things pause and begin again, the underworld. Something's about to come back from the dead. Somebody's digging themselves out of a grave that they've, got themselves into. Somebody's digging themselves up out of a spiritual pothole or something. Something's about to rise from the dead. Something coming out of this winter energy. Look it, and then we get the black cat. So I got a white cat, and so I want to say, first comes the dark, then comes the light. So I feel fortune meets opportunity. Maybe I'm talking to a Cancer that's been struggling with all kinds of unfortunate events. I feel somebody maybe crossed somebody and ate some forbidden fruit, and they've been in the underworld of the depths of, their subconscious mind in this state of winter. In this state of void, of sacred pausing, going into the depths of their shadow self, right? And, I just want to say we're never, ever in control. We can think we're in control. We can try to control situations, but ultimately, a higher power is always in control, right, Cancer? And so something is about to arise from the dead. Somebody is digging themselves up from a big hole that they've dug for themselves. This could be a financial hole, an emotional hole. I'm not sure. But we are going to read a little bit deeper into the book. I think you've been feeling like the walking dead, like a walking zombie. I feel you've been maybe even going through a period of disassociation, detachment, loneliness due to disillusionment. Doesn't feel good. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, Cancer. So control. The dead arise, voices a mumbling. After our brains, our screams, they are tumbling. I want to say spirits haunting you in the mind space. Somebody here is being hunted by spirits' voices. Their brain, I feel somebody is just under pressure in the headspace is what it feels like. And something coming back from the dead. Something has to come back around to be dealt with. I feel maybe you've been dealing with an emotional vampire. Maybe you were an emotional vampire. I feel somebody that's been playing into escapism tendencies and moaning and groaning about the mess that they've created in their life. And they are the only ones that can clean up this mess. So I feel something about a traditional connection here. Somebody's been chained to something that's making them feel dead on the inside. So I feel somebody's facing all of these frightening aspects of self. I feel somebody's felt like their whole life has been decomposing for a long time and they want to take back their soul. So maybe you've been going through a period of soul retrieval, but somebody's been trapped inside, like I want to say a body bag, going through all of these ideas of their soul's consciousness, trapped in I want to say a bidding war. I'm not even sure where that's coming from. And so it's this energy of maybe being burned alive. Maybe you were burned alive in a past life. I'm not sure. But this is fated. I think you were already trapped in this dead zombie-like energy, and it's time for you to step into your true soul's life. Something is being conceptualized. I feel a Cancer here that's wanted to control everything, and you don't even know how to honor your free expression. And so have you chosen partners who are not your equal so you can easily manipulate them, so you can change somebody to your liking? You know, somebody that wants to control seeks out weak women to control, to manipulate. Is that really what you want? Don't you want an equal, Cancer? Don't you want somebody that will match you? Because you are definitely not living your most authentic life. Somebody here is not living in authenticity, and it's kind of time to look at why and how the hell do you change that, I want to say. So let's look into the underworld energy. I don't know what kind of mess you got yourself into here, Cancer, but there's going to be a need to rectify this. So I think you've been in another realm, a shadow-filled realm. You've been traveling on death's bed. Maybe you've recently had a near-death experience. But you are being asked to stop this manipulation, to stop this controlling energy, and to transform into these higher spiritual realms. And so you've been in the underworld. You've been in this place of going to maybe the fourth dimension, the place where we all go after we die and we meet our karma, we meet our maker. We review all of these concepts in our lives, who we've crossed, what we need to erase, what karma we're coming back with. And so I feel you've been feeling like you've been going through a place of horror and punishment. But this is where you rest and you rejuvenate and you pay back some karmic debt. I feel you've been feeling like life's been a living hell, a place of darkness recently. And you've been burning up through the fire, through the karma. And I think it feels like punishment. Maybe this is due to some Egyptian timelines, ancient mythology timelines. You've been in a place of judgment, karmic judgment. You've been going through an awakening, and I think fighting every piece of it, inch, tooth, and nail. You want peace and renewal, but the universe is like, no, you're going to stay here in this in-between place. You're going to sit here and you're going to wait. You're going to master this transition, and you're going to take this wisdom and you're going to make something better out of your life. And so you've been in this place of conceptualization, I feel. Trials and tribulations, going to this place of eventual judgment day. You've been meeting your maker, and you have created this in your life. And so I feel the energy in October is presenting you with an opportunity to find an easier way to live a more authentic life, but this will involve changing courses. You can't stay where you're at. And it may involve seeking forgiveness, passing a spiritual test. Maybe you're going to have to pack up and move. I think everything's going to feel very barren until you make that space needed to step into this new creation. So, wow. Cancer, I need a drink. My throat is irritated, so somebody here has not been honest. Somebody here needs to speak some truth. So let's see what needs to come through with the tarot for you, Cancer. Two of Swords in reversed, confusion. King of Wands in reverse. Somebody here, was controlling, manipulative, maybe was displaying some narcissistic tendencies. This is somebody that, you know, wants to be a leader but doesn't do the right thing to accept a leadership role. This is not taking action, not doing the right thing. Definitely could have Leo in your chart or dealing with a Leo. And I think, you know, somebody's really illuminated this behavior. There's definitely no more confusion, though. You're coming out of confusion. It is time to make a decision. And I think maybe you had to choose between two. Maybe somebody's had to choose between two women. A temptress and somebody very honest. If you look at this Two of Swords, we get, you know, something very flashy, very, very flashy. And there's those sunflowers. And something, you know, maybe a little bit more reserved and quiet. But we get, you know, this is where the energy is fertile in the blues. So we get blue as throat, honest, you know, pure, and then temptress. And so, yeah, something's coming to a dead stop. There's been no motion. There's been no movement. There's been no flexibility. There is going to be a realignment. Absolutely. What I notice is the sunflowers on here. So somebody went towards this option, thought it was going to be, you know, their sunshine on a rainy day. And I feel now there's anger because they went in the wrong direction and somebody's seeing things clearly. Confusion is getting cleared in the month of October, Cancer. So let's see what needs to come through for you. We're going to get your current energy. 7 of Wands. You need to be brave. You need to be brave to face opposition, to stand up for what it is that you believe in. I feel like maybe you've been dealing with Pisces and some flying monkeys trying to tell you which direction to go in, and they've been hindering your transformation because these fish have, you know, wings on them. So you've been trying to take flight and you keep getting dragged back down into a lot of emotional conflicts. Maybe you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people really coming at you. That's interesting. There's only 5 fish on the card, but it's the 7 of Wands. So you've been in a rivalry somewhere. Blocked off in the heart space. King of Cups reversed. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart. Get a near future. I think you've recently been stung. I think maybe you stung somebody and what goes around comes around and something's coming back to sting you. Karma, right? Karma's playing out here is what I feel. You're going to have to be brave to get honest, I feel. To cut through the bullshit is what I want to say. Look at that. Brand new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. That's what you're walking into. Potentially. Abundance. But it might require taking a leap of faith. So we'll see what's hidden below the surface, Cancer. Hidden below the surface for Cancer. King of Wands reversed. Yeah, you're angry. You're stressed, you're angry, you're about to blow your lid, is what I feel. Oh my gosh, I feel somebody that's been losing sleep, stressed, anxiety, nightmares over maybe what they've done to somebody. Trying to control a situation has only led you down the pathway, I feel, of having health problems, mental health problems maybe. Let's get a potential overall outcome. And it's kind of time to meet your maker. Judgment. You're going through an awakening. You're getting a major wake-up call. Some past karma is coming back to bite you in the ass. And something's been concealed here. Whether you've concealed something or somebody's been hiding something from you. But I think you're reaching this moment of utter defeat. You can't keep painting the roses red, Cancer. You can't keep calling something black if it's white. You can't keep pretending something's good when it's not. And I feel you've been concealing the fact that maybe you've been feeling utterly defeated. There is an opportunity to revisit some past actions and to course correct and maybe seek forgiveness or a reconciliation. There is going to be an opportunity, I think, to heal from some past disappointment and some heartbreak, but you're going to have to take the rose-colored glasses off, and you're going to have to look at things at face value, and you are going to have to transform your life. You're going to have to allow the old to completely die away. I want to say Christ consciousness. Could be dealing with the Pisces that really defeated you. That's all I want to say. And I think, yeah, you were dealing with somebody that kept you stuck in a situation because of addictions. And there's that Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse is a weak woman. Very easy to manipulate. Very easy to control. I feel a Cancer here that went towards a weak woman. Because, you know, she didn't know her worth and her value. So it was easy to indulge in controlling somebody and manipulating somebody. And I feel you've hidden the fact that you want to go back from something that you walked away from the past. A missed opportunity. You didn't want to look at this, and now Spirit's like in your face. You're going to have to look at this now. Look at what you've created for your life, Cancer. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I feel like you need some tough love. Have you been reliable? Have you been flexible? I think it's time to consider your alliances and maybe realign to a more empathic journey, to release all of these lustful desires and to consider maybe a higher level of commitment here. Whatever was hidden, secrets will harm you. Something's coming to light, and you're going to have to find your strength to push through. And I do think you're going to get angry. I do feel you're going to be triggered, Cancer. I think you've lacked empathy. I think maybe somebody here owes somebody an apology for not being reliable, for coming in for passion and quickly leaving a situation. I don't think this is your satisfaction. Who wants a weak woman? Nobody wants a weak woman. She's not nurturing. She's not loving. She quite often has affairs because she doesn't know her worth and her value. I feel you've been in a situation where you've been depressed, feeling suppressed, bored, discontent. This is not fun. This is easy, right? Easy always isn't the best way. Maybe this was comfortable at one point in time, and now you're pissed. You're pissed. And you want a reconciliation with somebody from the past. So what do you need to be brave about, I wonder? Let's clarify the Seven of Wands, Cancer. The World. Nine of Pentacles, reverse, Nine of Wands. So I feel eight of Wands. You're going to have to communicate with somebody. I think you're gaining a new perspective. You are going to have to be brave when it comes to closing out a karmic cycle, learning a big, big life lesson. This is great achievement. Definitely could be dealing with a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. You're going to have to be brave when it comes to maybe giving up a level of independence. You don't always get to be in control. If you want a healthy relationship, it's got to be equal. And I feel you're really fearful about communicating with somebody I think you blocked communication with. You're going to have to be brave enough to come forward and be emotionally vulnerable with somebody, and you've not been willing to do this. You've not been brave. You've been stuck. You've been unwilling to budge. And now everything in your life is coming to a dead stop because this is divinely guided connection. And you're going to have to push through this. You're going to push those fears aside, and you're going to have to be brave, and you're going to have to come forward with some communication. Break free from something toxic. I feel you've been facing your shadow self, dealing with a very toxic trauma bond, and it's kind of time to release this burden. I think you've carried it with you for too many lifetimes. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I'd like to look at the King of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel you were not emotionally invested. Somebody here wasn't anyway. Not willing to invest, disloyal, controlling, egoic, narcissistic. Yeah. All about me, 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 me. You know, not really interested in building something solid. Actually, the King of Wands was reversed. They were both reversed. Pardon me, guys. So, King of Wands twice. This is not a real leader. A true leader leads with compassion and benevolence. A true leader inspires others to do the right thing. And so higher self is saying somebody's been very disconnected in the heart, definitely not living right by, what they're meant to do. And there's a struggle when it comes to coming out of the cold. There was ghosting here. There was abandonment here. Somebody abandoned somebody in their time of need. Maybe sought to seek revenge by going towards a weak woman, trying to control the whole situation through ghosting. I'm not sure. But somebody's really created a mental prison for themselves about coming in and facing a Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very authentic. Could be a public speaker. She's honest. She's a professional. People look up to her. She holds the sword now. She holds the power now. She can use that sword to hear you out, and she will listen. The Queen of Swords will sit there and listen to everything you have to say, and she'll take it all in, and she'll make a final judgment call, and she'll either use that sword of truth to communicate with you that she's going to hear you out again or take you back or something like that, or she's going to use that sword to cut you out of her life. But I feel this conversation has to be had. She already knows the truth anyway, so you better not come with any lies. You better not come with any bullshit. And you better lay it all on the table because she already knows the truth. So I think there's fear about sending a message and communicating with her, and this is long overdue. This needs to be done. So let's take a look at this judgment, because maybe this is an opportunity for a reconciliation with the Queen of Swords. And we get the Four of Wands and the Empress. Unfucking believable. Pardon my language. There's an opportunity to rebuild, but the past burdens are going to have to be released completely. You're going to have to put it all out there, and it's going to have to be forgiven. So I think somebody's thought long and hard about a hopeless situation. Somebody feels this is hopeless. Somebody feels like maybe this can't be rebuilt. We get the Empress. So leaving a weak woman behind for a strong woman. And, the King of Wands in reversed is a very weak man. The Empress doesn't want to control anybody. She just wants to nurture and love. She does love with all of her heart unconditionally. She doesn't do anything and expect anything back in return, Cancer. And this was a divinely guided twin soul connection for a Cancer out there. And so I think it's kind of looking a little bit hopeless. The Empress is very forgiving. She's fertile. She's got a lot of offers. Everybody is magnetically drawn to the Empress. Everybody wants to be there for the Empress because she is so generous, loving, and authentic. She's likely a mother. She's likely a business owner. She's got a lot to give. The Empress can grow anything. She nurtures everything. Everything she treats like her baby, right? Whether it's her work, her children, her home. She is the goddess of all of the queens. She's all of the queens wrapped up in one, right? The Empress is usually an older woman too. So maybe you were dealing with a younger woman that didn't know her worth and her value. And it was a party, a drunken stupor, a party of some sort. And there's no creativity. There's no fertility there. At one point in time, it brought you some satisfaction. But I think somebody here is maturing. This Empress has got this golden opportunity is what I feel. And so I don't think there's going to be any peace and contentment in this Cancer's life until they come in and face this judgment call. Everything's going to come to a dead stop until this is dealt with, until this new perspective is gained. I feel there's going to be struggle, challenges, delays, and struggles until this burden is finally released. So get ready to break free from something very toxic, a trauma bond, and there will be an opportunity to rebuild again. I'm so sorry, Cancer. somebody's going to be choking on their words. That's what I got, Cancer.